What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Chris here from Kalevala South Farm. Well, guys, I know it's been quite a while since I've made a video, actually, this spring. I actually went away to work and I did my 4 months. Came back about a week ago, but I'm only here for a couple of weeks. I got another job that I got to go do, so I'm going to be leaving here in about 2 weeks, a little less than 2 weeks. But we've been back on the farm, working hard. Got all of our Christmas trees sheared and fertilized, and we've been doing some other stuff. But we've made some changes. So there's the Kubota M5-111 that we've had for the last almost 3 years now, and we might be doing something different today. So anyway, guys, stay tuned and we'll see what's going on. Alrighty, guys, so this is what we did. We traded our Kubota in for this 2026 Massey Ferguson 4707. And let me explain why. I like the Kubota a lot, but there's a few things that I really didn't like. One of which was the emission system. We haven't had problems with it, but we never really use the tractor hard here on the farm. It's mostly mowing and a lot of loader work, loading logs, stuff like that. So the tractor just never gets hot enough to really burn the crap off. So we had regens every 12 to 15 hours. It also burned a lot of fuel, and the payment was high. So we were able to get into this Massey for about $300 less a month than we were paying on the Kubota. It's 70 horse, so it doesn't have the emission system. It also doesn't regen, it has the DOC. It's the only tractor that weight-wise is basically the same as the Kubota, and it has a loader that will lift comparable to what the Kubota can lift. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds for us here in our operation. We get a little less power, we get more loader, or the same loader, and the same physical size and weight for doing work, but with less fuel consumption and less horsepower, which for us doing mostly loader work should work out well. The other big thing we changed is our mower. We finally got rid of the flail mower. I wasn't happy with it. I made a video about it, breaking blades constantly. So I was able to pick up this Ironcraft heavy duty rotary cutter. We used it a little bit with the Kubota and we really liked it. So I put it on the Massey, and this was just delivered 20 minutes ago, guys. So this is basically our first test, our first drive. So we're gonna go mow some field here in a little bit and see how the Massey does compared to the Kubota. So anyway, guys, stay tuned. Alrighty guys, so it's several days later after I started this video. You saw from the footage that we mowed the whole field, and we've actually put quite a few hours on the new Massey Ferguson. We did a lot of mowing, got the whole field mowed. We actually started mowing a second time just because it was so long the first time. Some of the grass didn't knock down all the way, so we went through some of the thicker sections a second time. We did a bunch of loader work with it. We moved, there was a big pile of rocks and debris and junk here that's been sitting there for years. I moved that and used it as fill in another spot, so I kind of tested out the loader. And a couple of days ago, the dealer came and installed our third function kit. We did not want to go with the OEM Massey kit because it's a diverter valve, and I really like the real third function valve. So we got the kit through WR Long. This is actually the third function valve itself. We did kind of a custom mount on the front. The directions call for it to go here in the OEM spot. I don't really like it there because it's kind of, it makes the hoses are kind of exposed and they tilt with the bucket. So we actually mounted it up here under the torque tube. Used a couple elbows, and that way the hoses are really tucked up underneath, so I don't have to worry about catching them on something. You know, when we're working in the woods or we're doing stuff with the grapple, you know, sticks and branches and stuff seem to catch on everything. So yeah, so far so good, guys. I really like the tractor. I really do. It's very powerful for a 75 horse. I really didn't feel it lacking anywhere compared to the Kubota. We took it down the road, and surprisingly, I thought I would have to downshift on a lot of the hills, and I really didn't. It's very torquey. The loader is incredibly responsive. I'm enjoying the self-leveling loader. That's kind of a game changer for me, especially, you know, working our firewood baskets and stuff. It really is nice. Mowing, I really didn't have it bogged down at all. Even uphill, running our 7-foot Ironcraft brush cutter. Really, I'm impressed. I was a little worried I would miss the power of the Kubota, but I didn't see that at all, guys. I mean, it really had plenty of power, and it had the weight. It didn't feel really tippy. Now, this tractor, we did not get the tires loaded, so we just have the wheel weights. So I will have to probably get some kind of a ballast box or something for it, because I did notice with just the box blade on, when we were cleaning out the big rocks and stuff, we were dumping down basically in a gully, and it's kind of a decline, and it did feel a little light on the butt going down the decline, dumping the load. But I think if we put, you know, 1,000 pounds of ballast behind us, or if we'd had the mower on instead of just the box blade, but the mower obviously sticks out a lot, it makes it a little more difficult to maneuver. So I don't think I'm going to load the tires. I think with this machine, we're going to do a ballast box. So, as I've said so far, I'm very impressed with the power of the tractor. I really like the loader. Ergonomically, it's really nice going to like an electronic 3-point hitch where it's just a slide rail with you can do with your fingers versus a lever. So when you're lifting and lowering that mower, you know, 50, 60, 70 times in a day, it really is nice. So my only complaints, one of them I took care of already. The turning radius was terrible right from the factory, but it was a simple adjustment. I found the instructions online. Basically, we just adjusted the steering stops. It's still not quite as good as the Kubota, but it's close. So I'm happy with that. The only other thing I really don't like are the lights. They're just halogen lights, and they're not very bright. Definitely not gonna stick with these lights. I'm gonna probably upgrade them to an LED. We did do the same thing on the Kubota. It came factory with halogens as well, and we upgraded those. So most likely we're gonna upgrade it. The other thing we're probably gonna do is, you can see there's some exposed hydraulics and stuff down here. Because we use the tractor so much in forestry applications and in rougher areas, most likely when I get back home in November, we're gonna fabricate a skid plate for the bottom, just to make sure everything is kept up and out of the way and safe, especially when we're doing a land clearing project or in some of our rougher areas. So that'll be another change we'll most likely make. And I would like to change the loader handle. The loader handle here is the one that came with our WR long kit. And it works fine, but the loader position is like 2 inches lower than where it was with the stock Massey handle. So it's not in a real ergonomic position. It works fine, but and I would probably get used to it, but I still have the OEM Massey shift knob or loader knob, and I just need to get the OEM Massey buttons where, you know, mine came pre-wired for a diverter valve and the soft ride kit on the loader, so I only had one push button and a switch. So I need the 2 push buttons, which I know Massey does make. So most likely I'll do some research and we'll figure out how to put back on our stock, our OEM handle or our OEM loader handle with those buttons, because I think ergonomically it'd be better. So yeah, other than that, guys, like I said, very impressed with the tractor so far. It's got ample power, ample weight. Really haven't had any issues with it. I mean, I shouldn't, it's brand new, I know, but you know, sometimes you have stuff that happens right out of the box, but it's run great. It's got a lot more power than I really thought it did. So anyway, guys, so we're gonna make some more videos on the old Massey here when we get home in December. We've been super busy this week and last week, you know, between getting everything mowed, and I was a little behind on firewood, so had to get a couple of cords of firewood cut so we have it dry enough so we can burn it later this year. And yeah, I'm gonna be heading back to work here in a couple of days, so probably won't be another video for a while, guys. But I wanted to kind of do something in depth on the Massey now that we've, you know, actually put 25-30 hours on it, and we've put it to use and tried different parts and what we thought of it so far. So anyway, guys, like I like to say, if you like these videos, please subscribe, press the like button, and leave us a comment and tell us what you think. And just remember, it'll be all right.